Last time I finished Mega Man X. Well, I'm not really planning on doing a speed run, but alright. So this time I'll be doing Mega Man X2, continuing from more or less left off. I'm gonna try to grab all the zero parts because that's really tricky for me, because I think it's random where the X Hunters show up in this game. That's the thing about this game, is if, well, the upcoming game I'm about to stream, Mega Man X2, is if you it's random where the X Hunters are. If you don't grab all the zero parts from them, because they always travel in different areas of the map, they'll be in different stages, like in different Maverick Hunter stages, and if you don't grab them, you'll have to fight Zero, at least like an evil version of Zero, which is where the Black Zero came from, the darker version of Zero. So alright, let's check out X2's info. Here's some art. Alright, prologue. The year's 21XX AD. Once people lived in harmony with Reploids, robots with the ability to think and feel for themselves, till the mighty Reploid known as Sigma declared a rebellion against mankind and triggered the greatest crisis humanity had ever faced, which is what happened in Mega Man Mega Man X, the first one, the one I just finished. But in this time of need, a hero emerged from within the ranks of the Maverick Hunters. Reploid's tasked with tracking down and eliminating malfunctioning robots. His name was X. X fought back against the rebellion alongside his comrade Zero. The battles pushed him to his limit and made him discover the true power within himself. Which is where he got the little healing thing going on when he was fighting Vile, because he unleashed his limitless potential or whatever. The battle was not without its losses. Zero was all but destroyed, and the Maverick Hunters were reduced to just a quarter of their original numbers. Yes, Zero self-destructed to help, X fight against Vile, so he could destroy his ride armor, which basically evens the playing field with X and Vile. I mean, if you played Mega Man X. So, but for X, there was no time to grieve. The new fragile world peace needed Maverick Hunters to protect it. And now 6 months have passed since Sigma's uprising. So 6 months have passed after the first game. At first, there seemed to be far fewer Reploids turning Maverick in the wake of Sigma's destruction. But in recent weeks, there has been a sudden surge in Maverick activity. See, there's the word again, Maverick. I looked up the word Maverick on the internet, and the definition is really interesting. There's nothing in it that says evil at all. See, look, the word Maverick doesn't say evil. It's weird. Huh. Weird. Yeah, it doesn't say evil. Maverick. The Maverick itself, not the Mega Man X definition of Maverick. See, look. An unorthodox or independent-minded person. Its synonyms: individualist, nonconformist, free spirit. So that is weird. Why are they evil? Why are they called Mavericks when the word Maverick means individualist, nonconformist, free spirit, unorthodox person, unconventional person, original, trendsetter, bohemian, eccentric, outsider? That doesn't mean it's evil, it's just different, unique. Basically, like there's the collectivist thought of mind, but this is an individualist thought of mind. And I can relate. That means I can relate to the Mavericks. Holy shit. That's messed up. Does that mean I'm a Maverick? Because I can relate so much with how the Mavericks, the word Maverick, that pretty much relates to how I feel, rather than the conformist. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so have come under attack and been destroyed. Okay, let's see, where was I? Okay, yeah, okay. There's been a sudden surge in Maverick activity. Several Maverick Hunter bases have come under attack and been destroyed. What's more, analysis of captured Mavericks has revealed that they were built with a chip implanted in their system. something capable of brainwashing normal Reploids and making them turn Maverick. Uh-oh. A virus? Sigma virus? Each chip is emblazoned with Sigma's insignia. Oh no, is this the beginning of the Sigma virus? The factory creating this Mavericks has been located. X has no doubt that the factory is being operated by remnants of Sigma's uprising, so he mobilizes the 17th unit for a strike. X's attack on the factory is watched from afar by 3 mysterious figures. They are the X-Hunters, the masterminds behind the recent attacks, who are dedicated to the eradication of the Maverick Hunters. For destroying Sigma and halting his rebellion. What's up, Adri? Now I'm just reading this thing. It's in one of the artwork. See? It's just an artwork thing. You don't have to check it. You don't even have to read it. I'm just reading it to explain what's happening on Mega Man X2. Okay. For destroying Sigma and halting its rebellion, X has made bitter enemies of the Hex Hunters. And now their plan begins. 8 SA class Mavericks capture objectives around the world. But is this just a distraction tactic to cover the X Hunters' true goal? Whatever the case, in the name of world peace, X must once more dive headfirst into the fires of battle. Okay. Do I think Mega Man 9 is harder than Mega Man vs. Street? What the heck does that mean? Huh? What's Mega Man vs. Street? Oh, Mega Man X Street Fighter? Huh, that's a good one. Maybe the same. If you're trying to fight... See, the hard thing about Mega Man X Street Fighter is here's the hard part about it. If you're trying to get a perfect on 4 stages, right, in order to fight Akuma, he's a hidden boss, by the way, so you haven't really completed Mega Man X Street or Street Fighter X Mega Man completely if you haven't fought Akuma or Sagat. So in order to fight those hidden bosses, you have to beat 4 of the main bosses in the start of the game without getting hit. So you can either not get hit or use an E-Tank before you kill them. And then when you go to the boss rush mode, you gotta fight 4 you gotta do 4 more perfect before if you want to fight Sagat. So you can't get hit again. You gotta be perfect. That is if you're only trying to beat M. Bison and just beating the game normally, then you won't be able to fight Sagat or Akuma. I never got to fight Sagat, it's really hard. But I did manage to beat Akuma though. Pretty hard ass boss. His raging demon can kill you in 1 hit. I mean, none of the I don't think there's any boss in Mega Man 9 that can kill you in 1 hit. Took me several tries, but you know, you just gotta get his attack patterns down. The only thing that makes Mega Man 9 hard is see, I forgot where I struggled. See, I'm trying to remember. Mega Man 9. I think it was the final boss. I couldn't beat Wily, that was it. Yeah, that's the only part I struggled with Mega Man 9. The final forms of Wily, you know, the Wily and his final robot, whatever. The hero of this adventure. Since putting down Sigma's rebellion, X has been assigned to lead the Maverick Hunter 17th unit, but he still regrets that the only solution to the Maverick problem is more destruction. If you understand the turmoil he faces when his pacifist nature clashes with the need to use force to protect the innocent. I guess you have no choice, man. X is truly alone. He has never discovered the truth of his origins. Even the most advanced technology cannot determine the extent of his full potential. Despite all this, he believes the day will come when the world will be at peace, and he never stops fighting to make that day a reality. His official hunter rank remains unchanged, but these are those who whisper that he might have actually exceeded the abilities of SA class hunters. Zero was an SA class hunter who fought alongside X in the 17th unit. He was X's closest friend and one of the few who could truly understand him. During Sigma's uprising, Zero detonated his own power core to save X and was critically damaged, but miraculously his Cortex chip was unscathed. Oh, so he survived. His Cortex chip survived. So that's why he was back in the later games. That explains. Even though his body was destroyed, his chip was... That makes sense. It's kind of like, you know, in the Terminator, if your chip survived, you can still... You know, that's the most dangerous part of the Terminator, is the chip. That's why, remember in Terminator 2, he wanted the chip destroyed because that's the memory or the mind of the Terminator. Unless, you know, they could use that to make another Terminator. You know, robot, whatever. It is currently being stored at Maverick Hunter HQ, but even Dr. Cain has proven incapable of repairing his Reploid body. Oh! So the remains of Zero is stored in Dr. Cain. He's a good guy, by the way. He's kind of like the Dr. Light of this era. Even though Dr. Light is gone and dead. Okay, here's Sigma's new design. Here's Dr. Cain. Formerly the commander of the 17th unit and X's superior, Sigma was hailed as the world's strongest Reploid. His mad ambitions led him to launch a Reploid uprising against humanity in an attempt to create a world just for Reploids. However, yeah, he didn't want equality, so he thinks Reploids are superior to human beings. X wants to... you see, X, he wants human beings and Reploids to coexist. But Sigma thinks that Reploids, you know, don't. So he turns Maverick because he considers his kind superior to human beings. However, X destroyed him and put a stop to his schemes. Now, 6 months later, there have been repeated sightings of Mavericks bearing Sigma's insignia. Has Sigma really returned, or is there another enemy hiding behind his name? Okay. The most gifted roboticist of the 22nd century. Dr. Cain's groundbreaking development of Reploids broke down the barriers between robot and human, as his creations exhibited the capacity to think, feel, and make decisions for themselves. Oh, he's the one responsible. So, I've seen a lot of people blaming Dr. Light for creating the Reploids. It's not Dr. Light's fault, actually. It's this guy. Dr. Cain is not really partially responsible because if he hadn't created Sigma and the other Reploids, they would have never had Mavericks. You know. Or something like that. There you go. Spend his day as a founder director of the Maverick Hunter, but remains a figure even too close to him. Mysterious. Okay. Let's start the game. And the rest are... oh, these are the X-Hunters.